Hey guys, Jen Bergman here, your Colorado Realtor. Today I'm going to be covering the top 5 things they do not tell you before becoming a real estate agent, which are also the 5 hard lessons I've learned. I am a little over 1 year into the industry, so I have learned some tough lessons that I'm going to share with you guys. If you are new to my channel or you haven't done so yet, please hit that subscribe and like button. Helps me out a ton. So I'm gonna get right into it. The very first one I'm gonna tell you is going to be the hardest and most painful lesson I have learned this past year. And then the other 4 reasons following will hopefully save you guys time and money. So the top hard lesson I've learned that they do not tell you about before getting your license, and this can apply to anyone if you're 5 years in, 6 years in, whatever years in, you learn that not everybody you know is going to use you as your real estate agent. I'm not here to be one of those agents that says, let it roll off your shoulders, get thick skin. To quite simply put it, it's going to, at least for me, it sucks every time I know someone that doesn't use me as their agent, even if it's, an acquaintance that we follow each other on social media and I see that they bought a house. I'm like, oh, wish they would have reached out to me. It's going to happen. It's unfair to assume that everybody that knows you is going to reach out to you and be their agent. I mean, if you think about it, it is a saturated market, which is why most people quit after their first year. There's so many agents in every single city in the country that for every friend that you have, they probably know at least one other agent besides you. I have learned though to just accept it, not take it too personally. There's lots of reasons a friend wouldn't want to work with you or even a family member. I think a top reason could be financial. You'd be amazed at what people come in with on the financial side. Sometimes parents are bringing in the down payment and they don't want their circle of friends knowing that they're not 100% buying this house. Absolutely nothing against parents that help out with down payments. If they have the means to do that, that is an incredible investment they're doing, but that doesn't mean they want everyone to know that. So they want to keep that more confidential and go with someone they just find online, someone that's not in their circle of friends. Another big reason could be, if you're a newer agent, I'm in my first year, I don't feel that new anymore, but I have only been a real estate agent for 1 year. One time I had someone tell me they were going with an agent that had worked a certain area of town they want to live in for over 10 years. So it is what it is. I personally think new agents are hustlers. We're hungry for business. We will bend over so many times backwards for clients. But if someone tells you, I really just want to work with an experienced agent, you can pitch a case, but if they go with that other agent, you do just have to let it go and move on. I have learned to appreciate the people that I know that use me as an agent and refer me to their friends so much, because every single person I know that uses me, I am grateful for it. It is not expected. So if you can keep that in mind, and if you know of someone that's thinking about buying, ask them to give you a chance, but just know it is going to happen. There are going to be people that really hurt you. Drink a glass of wine, cry about it for a few minutes if you need to, and then just move on and be grateful for the business that you get. And one more note on that top lesson is there's going to be lots of people out there that say just separate business from pleasure and then it won't be emotional. That is literally quite impossible in this industry. If I did not put business and pleasure together, I would have had no business my first year. I was very, very fortunate and grateful and excited to make over 100K my first year as a real estate agent. And almost every single one of them somehow came from my sphere of influence, whether it was a friend of a friend on social media, whether it was someone I met on social media, whether it was someone I went to elementary school with, or this and that. It is, and even if I get a referral and I've never met this person before we start working, you spend time with them on the phone, you're spending weekends house shopping, you get to know them. So they become my friend. So literally this is this is a business, personal industry. If you think you can separate them or have tips on that, feel free to comment below. I'm always open to discussions, plead your case. However, I would say, to the people that say don't get emotional, separate business from pleasure, I have not found that possible year one in this industry. I love that it's a personable industry. The second lesson that I've learned is do not spend a ton of money on stuff like getting your headshot. I don't even want to admit the number that I spent on my headshots. I was reading about it in the new real estate agent Facebook groups that this is your brand and you need to have it professional and it's going to go everywhere. I mean, phones are so good these days. I could have just used my iPhone and uploaded a photo. My photo is great. I'm going to use it for a while, so I can't say I totally regret it. I'm just saying, getting started as a new real estate agent is not the cheapest and you're not guaranteed any incoming money. So don't use your money on that. The third lesson is don't waste time on making everything perfect. I think I spent like a full month before I started actually getting out there trying to make my Facebook business page awesome, which I don't even use, trying to make sure I knew, weekly posts I was going to do on Instagram and my website, and trying to just compile all of these things so I could come across as super professional and that I know what I'm doing. And that's just not important. The biggest thing that's going to get you business is getting out there and talking to people and letting everyone know that you're a new real estate agent. The fourth biggest lesson I learned that nobody tells you early on is that your brokerage does not care about you. That sounds a little bit harsh and it's slightly dramatic because I think there's awesome managing brokers and mentors out there. I know for a fact because I had an awesome one. But at the end of the day, their business, they don't care about your business personally. Everyone has to make a living. So you need to focus on your business and what's best for you. You don't owe a brokerage or anyone anything. Make the decisions that are best for you and especially your clients. If you can focus on that and keeping your clients happy, your business will go well. Do not feel if you're at a brokerage that you don't like, you're not getting help, you have a mentor that doesn't respond to your calls and texts, move on. You don't owe anyone anything. These big brokerages, these little brokerages, teams, they want you at your brokerage because you're making them money, you're paying them fees, you're giving them part of your commission. At the end of the day, you need to focus on you, be loyal to your business and your clients, and the success will follow. The fifth lesson that I have learned that they're not going to tell you early on is that it really does cost money to make money. That's not just including paying for the real estate exam and passing the real estate exam. When you're going out to showings, especially in this market, you're driving all over the place, that's gas money. And it's not just about buying fancy gifts for your clients, or you don't have to wine and dine your clients. It's the small little things you can do to make your clients feel special. Time is money. So when I say it costs money to make money, if you don't have a ton of money to spend on housewarming gifts and client appreciation events, spend time on your clients. It makes a really big deal if you send them a nice little note thanking them. I am getting ready to do my 1-year house anniversary gifts. They don't have to be anything special, but they may have forgotten the 1-year date from their closing. It's going to be really, really special when they're like, oh my gosh, we've lived here for 1 year, if they're first time home buyers. So try and think of little special things you can do that other agents in your area are not doing. And agents, that have been in the industry for multiple years, they get really busy and they forget to do the small things. So you can do those small things that take up some time. You can also spend money on buying them gifts, making them feel special, client appreciation events. All of that have worked really well for me. The number one thing I spend money on is keeping my clients happy, whether that's actually spending money or just spending time with them, because I do enjoy it. I've been blessed to have awesome clients. I think of them all as friends, and I'm starting to see referrals coming in from them. So those are the top 5 lessons I have learned, and the 5 things that they're not going to tell you in real estate school, or that your managing broker is probably not going to tell you when you come in for that interview. If you have any questions about those 5 things, feel free to comment below. Thank you guys for watching as the sun sets here. The lighting is probably super funky now. Sorry about that. And I will see you guys next time.